And we are live. What's good, y'all? It's your man DL Saint. Welcome to DL Saint. I really want to know podcast. How y'all living? How y'all feeling? What's good? Happy Tuesday. We're getting closer. It's Tuesday, y'all. We're almost there, man. Happy Tuesday. Y'all know what it is. Let me check the sound real quick. Make sure we good. Yeah, I heard the little claps in the background there. So we are live and direct. Man, I hope y'all feeling good. I feel a lot better. I needed that last night, man. Y'all brought me out of I was almost falling into a little slump, man. I came on here and y'all came through for me. Y'all did. You know what I'm saying? The DL saying I really want to know Clan. You know what I mean? Talk about my Joes came out there. I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? You just, like I said, you got to, when things get bad, you got to get up. You know what I'm saying? You got to push through, man. Go deal with whatever it is. Whatever it is, man, you just got to go deal with it, y'all, whatever that is. You know what I mean? Don't run from it. Charge at it. You know what I mean? So, man, we're going to have a good time tonight, man. It's going to be a little on the light side. We're going to be talking about some stuff, man. We're going to talk about players versus dudes who have game and what's the difference, man. There's a lot of guys out there think they players. It's very few players. Black man in the house. Very few players. You know what I'm saying? There's dudes out there with game. Nightish is in the house, man. What's good, fam? Thanks for being here, number one in the chat. No, just a man, honestly, not manipulation. True players are supposed to keep it real, though, right? We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about that. I got you in my notes. True players are supposed to keep it real. True players are true to the game. Whatever that means, we're going to get into that, man. I was able to find a YouTuber out there who I think everyone should go and check out. Everyone should subscribe to this brother. Salute to the chat. Salute to you, Nightish. And welcome. Brother Black Man, where's the link? I'm gonna send it to you, bro. I'm about to, I'll DM it to you. I did it to you right now. Brother Black Man, let me cook for like the first 20. You know what I'm saying? So I'll DM it to you. If you want to send it back, that's cool. And I'm going to bring you up after like the first 20, 25. So let me do that right now. Sister Candace is in the house, and that's for you too, brother. Black Man Unfiltered. Shout out to Black Man Unfiltered, y'all. Go over there and make sure if you haven't all done so, make sure you go over there, like and subscribe over there. Where Black Man Unfiltered has a network on and in these YouTube trenches, doing big things. I was over there last night. I'm always over there. I'll probably be over there tonight. Let's talk that talk Tuesday, y'all. I'll probably be over there tonight. So I'm about to send him the link. But yeah, and Sister Candace is in the house. Monster Mod. Hey, Sister Candace, guess what? We are a part of the YouTube partner program. It's official now. I thought it was going to take longer. I sat down today and we've been accepted. It's in there, y'all. So don't know what that means. I don't know if y'all, I don't know if everything is enabled. I don't know if y'all can super chat. I don't know. Let me know. If y'all see that, option in the bottom, let me know if you see it. But it's official, y'all. I got to do some more work. It lets you change up your, it lets you change up the platform itself. You know what I mean? I'll be able to do some custom labeling and all that. I can't wait to get into it, which is perfect timing. We're going to be down in Miami this weekend. We got Grio's Vision going to be down there. One hell of a videographer, photographer. He's going to be down there getting footage, getting me sorted out. We're going to get together. He's going to make me a intro and outro for this show and some of the others. We're going to get a lot of filming and stuff going on. We're going to be down there to celebrate Fresh and Fit with their 1 million subscribers party. These dudes done got a mega yacht. Yo, the party is going to be on a ship. They got a mega yacht. I don't believe I've ever seen the mega yacht, to be honest with you, in real time. I've seen them on pictures. You know what I mean? These boys done probably borrowed Jeff Bezos' boat or something like that, man. I drove the boat all the way in from Europe or something, bro. It's gonna be stupid, man. They got in fact, this yacht has more more space than the place that they were gonna previously rent, the place that they were looking at. This yacht actually has a little over 300 more slots available. So if y'all trying to get in there, y'all trying to, go check out their Eventbrite, go over to check out Fresh and Fit. You can go on their YouTube channel and there'll be links to the party. If you think you guys want to go check out this party, you want to get on a mega yacht party, you know what I'm saying? Get all G'd up, get on the water and celebrate with these dudes. Here's your chance. So that's going to be Saturday, January 14th. So It's Saturday. And for those of y'all who are going to be in Miami and, you know, you're just fans, Fresh and Fit family, just want to meet up with those dudes, they're doing free events the Friday before. Those events will be announced when we get closer to Friday. You know what I mean? Thinking about security concerns. There are a lot of people that got issues with these brothers, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? People just be on some hateful shit, yo. Just keep it 100. They just be on some hateful stuff. So I'm gonna be down there. I'm gonna be there Friday. We're gonna get all the footage we need. We're gonna get some great content. We're gonna come back, and you guys are gonna notice some changes on this platform. But Sister Candace, we are monetized. You know what I mean? Night is I sub Black Man Unfiltered. That's what's up. Thank you so much for doing that. Frank Driven, what's good, man? How you feeling, bro? I probably said your name wrong. Driven. Frank Driven, what's up, man? Welcome. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Here we go. Those 304s are chasing Fresh and Fit trying to get a baby daddy. It ain't just them, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like this, you know, the 304 term is. Here's the thing, bro. You look at a couple guys like Myron and Fresh, man. They've actually done really well over the past couple years, and they've bumped themselves up into, you know what I mean? They were already in the top 20 with just what they were doing before the platform. They done bumped themselves up into the top 10, top 5%. So everybody, you know, when it comes to women, all women are gunning for these dudes, bro. It is what it is. But welcome, brother Frank, man. I hope you're going to be down in Miami. If so, make sure you holler at me, bro. Make sure you holler at me. And we're going to talk about some stuff here, man. We're going to talk about players, you know what I mean, versus having game, y'all. We about to talk about that. This is going to be fun because, you know, excuse me, because I'm sitting here, I got to send Brother Black Man this link. It's going to be fun to have this discussion. And I'm really curious to see where people are on this. I don't think people understand the difference. And there is a huge difference between dudes who are real players and dudes who just have game. And let's keep it 100. Most dudes don't have game. Even in, like, when you're looking at the top 20%, like if you look at all men, 0 from 100%, right? And we're always talking about the top 20, bottom 80. Of the guys who have game, bro, I'm going to say it's less than 5% of dudes that truly got game. Like they really know what it is. Like having that kind of game, man, I ain't going to lie to you, bro. It's like pimp status. And by like, I'm talking about real pimps, like that type of game where you can use your mouth to talk another human being into doing almost anything, right? True pimps and guys with real game can talk people, not just women, but you know what I mean? Like the true players focus on women, but they can talk anybody into doing anything. You know what I mean? So, bro, and Brother Black Man, I just sent you the link. Check your DM, bro. I sent you the link. So, yeah, man, and like a lot of times, you know, people get on these women 304s, and we're going to talk about this today. There are females out there with game. And as a matter of fact, most females game, the standard female game, they're running laps around the average dude, and they're running laps around some of these top tier guys, right? So we're going to get into it, man. There's a and again, thank y'all for being here. I really do appreciate y'all being here. Let's show the banner in case anybody's feeling good and they want to send ODL Saint a couple dollars. You know what I mean? Show a little appreciation if y'all want to send a couple bucks. You know what I mean? A little donation. I ain't going to be mad. So there's a YouTuber out there called A Dose of Game. That's the name of his channel. He has over 1,000 subscribers. I don't know where his watch time is, but I'm pretty sure he's getting some pretty good views. I know I'm a big fan of this brother. And I reached out to him just today, actually. So when he hits back everybody in his chat. So when dude reaches back out, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to try to get him on his platform and actually talk to him. Like this dude right here, like I said, he doesn't really use himself in his videos. He just do some really well edited videos. His videos are really short. This dude right here, I'm telling you, man, this cat, he knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? So if he's not a true player, he's definitely been around him his whole life. You know what I mean? You can hear it, like, even in his voice. Now, you know, with YouTube, you never know what you're going to get. There's a lot of people out here doing what they got to do. They get into character. But I'm willing to bet that this brother knows what he's doing in the real thing. You know what I mean? So, anyway, Dose of Game. We're about to pull this up real quick, man. We're going to watch this. He does these, like, quick videos, man, but he packs in a lot of knowledge, dropping all kinds of gems. And I think it goes over the average dude's head. So here it is right now. Here's his page. This is one of his videos. 10 reasons why women love players. And I wrote these 10 reasons down. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This is very comprehensive. And for anyone out there, men and women, I'm telling you, this is eye-opening. And I know people out there like, man, don't give the women the game. Doesn't matter to a true player. It does not matter, right? Just think of the Star Wars world. Like, you go out there, you're dealing with a Jedi. Doesn't matter to the Jedi. You know that Jedi can pick you up from the other side of the room and throw you off the building, right? Because you know that doesn't mean he's not going to be able to do it. Like, his powers won't work on you. Nah, like, it's a player's game. His powers will work on you regardless. You know what I mean? Because it's just something innate about that game. Like, you can know his dude's a player, especially if you're a woman, you're going to probably fall for that game. Why? Because women are attracted to a lot of the traits that the players have. So we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna break it down. Again, there's dudes out there, a lot of guys think they're players, y'all ain't. Just here to tell you, y'all ain't. I've met a handful of players in my life, real players. Only a handful, man. I'm thinking like maybe 10. I know 10 that I've grown up with that, you know, that are still alive today. You know what I mean? But like players, hustlers, true players, true hustlers, man, they're hard to come by, bro. Hard to come by. Catch up with the chat real quick, and then we'll go into this video. Brother Frank, players have a bottle of Crown Royal. That's their game. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I drink cognac myself. You know what I mean? I'm a Hennessy guy. You know what I mean? But there are people out there who could do it with vodka. I know players out there that don't drink. You know what I'm saying? Because they put their Mac down. They don't drink. They don't have no vices. I know players out there, their only vice is women. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, we finna get into it, y'all. You can probably tell I'm excited. You know what I mean? So there it is right there, Brother Frank. That was his comment. Cody is King is in the house. What's good, Brother Cody? Welcome. Sorry we pushed the show because Cody was in here yesterday waiting on the show. He was sitting here like, man, where you at, bro? I was doing another show, man. We got Brother Doug in the house as well, man. I ain't seen Brother Doug in a minute. Good to see you. And to everyone who's just joining us right now, man, we are finally part of the YouTube partner program. That's right. DL Saying I Really Want to Know podcast is monetized on YouTube now, man. So we're going to keep it rocking. Y'all going to see me really watching my language because I know they're recently changing the monetization policies. They don't, you know, they're coming away from letting people curse and whatever. So I'm just going to, you know, be doing experiments where I'm not cursing as much in some videos, and some videos I'm going to let loose just so I can see the difference, to see how many nasty grams I get from YouTube and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Dose of Game. Please go over and check out this brother's page. I'm telling you, there's a lot of good stuff on here. This brother right here, like I said, y'all know I don't always agree with everybody. You know what I mean? This brother right here did a breakdown on Miami Fresh a couple years ago. And I actually, if you go watch the video, if you look into the comments, you can see he and I were interacting. So, and he, you know, he made some comments, and I respect the bro's comment. And the way that, you know, you could even say like the way he talks in the video and the way he texts is the same. You know what I mean? That's why I'm of the mind that this bro right here really knows what he's talking about. I'm really hoping the guy hits. I know he's gonna hit me back. I'm really hoping that he'll be open to doing an interview, and we could bring him on the platform and have him here and really pick his brain. You know what I mean? But yeah, we went back and forth. We didn't see eye to eye on the whole Fresh and Fit thing. But the one thing he did say, he was like, yeah, Fresh, you like Myron and Fresh aren't players. I agree with him 100%. They are not. Myron and Fresh are not players. I agree 100%. You know what I mean? It's not a dish, you know what I mean, to Myron and Fresh. I ain't throwing shade at my homeboys. It's not a diss to anybody out there who thinks they're a player. Most dudes aren't, right? Most dudes. And we got 2 videos we're going to watch. And you're gonna see why I think that when it comes to players. So here's the first one, man. Let's give it a you know what I mean? Let's give it a listen. Like I said, it's only about 4 minutes long, 27 seconds. We'll be stopping it as we go. But let's check this out. 10 reasons why women love players.
10 reasons why women love players. So you want to be a player? Who can blame you? The player lifestyle is very desirable. Women love players. They may say they don't, but their actions tell a different story. Speaking of actions, the actions I need you to take right now is to click the link below and enroll in Players University and get your
I'm not a member of Players University, but I ain't gonna lie. If anyone out there has been a part of this, let me know. I'm curious to know how that is.
Like me. In fact, I'll give you 10 reasons why. Reason number 1, players are confident. Women can smell fear and nervousness from a mile away. They hate weak men. But what they do love is a confident man. Players exude confidence. And when you step to her with confidence, her only reply can be, you had me at hello.
Confidence, right? And then you look at this video, right? This picture right here. You know, a lot of people are like, man, this is over the top, and this guy with the hat and the tattoos and everything. But you look at him, right? She doesn't really care about his clothes. She doesn't care about the earring, the cigar. She doesn't even care about the car. You know, she probably thinks it's cute, right? But she loves the fact that he's a manly man. It's a man who takes care of his body, and his look is together. The dude has a look. That's what's drawing, and he knows how to talk. Most players, they treat their words like currency, bro. And they ain't trying to give you nothing. So they use, like I said, true players, they don't talk that much, bro. You know what I'm saying? They let all the other playerism talk for them. Like this dude right here with the car, the hat, the exotic look, the earrings, the tats, he all ripped up. You know what I'm saying? That's doing the talking for him. And then what he does say, that's the player stuff. And I'm not a player, just so y'all know right off rip. I have never in my life been a player. I'm just a guy with game. I've mastered certain elements of game, and that's what I use, but I've never been a player. Let's continue.
Only Ripon B, you hang it low. Number 2, players are a challenge. Let me explain. Women are like children. They have a short attention span. They get bored easily. So a weak and timid man is anything but a challenge. Now
here's the thing. I know there's going to be a lot of women who hear that and they're going to go off. What you calling the kid? Da. Push through some of the words. This ain't some red pill dude who's like out here talking red pill stuff. This dude right here is a player. He doesn't care about red pill or blue pill, purple pill. You know what I mean? Alphas and sigmas, banana peel. Players don't give a shit about none of that. That's not in their world at all. They could care less. So when you hear stuff like this, women, or if we have any blue pill guys in here, like any dudes who want to come to the rescue of these women, Captain Saver, you know what? Captain Saver 304 in here. It ain't personal. What this dude's talking about ain't personal. Feel me? Just wanted to stress that, y'all. Just wanted to stress that. So when he says that women act like children, don't take that to heart, but just understand what he's talking about. The attention span, the need to want to be entertained, the need to want to move on quickly, that sort of stuff. That's what he's talking about. Brother Lincoln's in the house. What's good, fam? Yeah, it's hard to be like me, guys. Everyone's not blessed. Hey, bro, Brother Lincoln, I've seen you work, bro. You're not quite a player yet. Your game is top tier, but you're not quite a player yet. From based on what I've seen. You know what I mean? We only had a couple encounters out there in Dallas that, I rocked with y'all for a minute. Like, your game is top tier. But players, a whole nother level, bro. Like a whole nother level. And again, anybody in here that I single out, whatever, I'm not talking that stuff, y'all. I'm not talking stuff. I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100. Brother Black Man, I sent that link. Check your DM, man. Check your Instagram. I sent you that link. Brother Cody. Yeah, Miss Candace M. Yep. Doug, he's just showing love in the chat. Brother Doug, I'm not a player, but I can be if I want to. Juggling women is just not my priority. Brother Doug, true players, it ain't no in and out. Either you are or you are not. And once in, you in. You don't turn it off, my brother. Even if you get married, you still a player. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, like if you come across a real player, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's a different realm. Like I said, I've only met a handful in my life. Dan Bilzerian is not a player. You know what I'm saying? He's not a player. The Tate brothers are not players. They're not. You know what I mean? They've mastered different aspects of game, but they're not players. You know what I mean? Well, I take that back. You know what? I take that back. They may be. The Tate boys may be. And we got a video loaded up so you can see what I'm talking about. They may be. You know what I mean? They may be. I'll take that back. You know what I mean? But the average dudes out there with game, And the only reason I hesitate on the Tate boys is because I'm thinking about all of the women that are coming to their defense right now. You feel me? I guess you would think it would be a lot more women that are against them trying to, especially now that they're down, to be in there trying to, you know what I'm saying, run them through with a spear. But there's more women coming out, top tier women. You know what I mean? And yeah, so they you know what? Yeah, the Tate boys might be players, y'all. They might be players. You know what I'm saying, Brother Cody? Peacocking works for a reason. Women like shiny things. It's a metaphor. Absolutely. I ain't mad at you about that. If you attack the attention, you halfway there. Yep. If you attract the attention, you're halfway there. And Brother Doug, I disagree. You can turn it off. I've seen it done. I haven't. The dudes that I know that are players, they're players for life, bro. I ain't never seen a true player turn it off, ever. Even with a wife, I've never seen a true player turn it off, brother. So I disagree with you there. I've never seen it. Doesn't mean it hasn't happened. I'm just letting you know I've never seen it. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not a player. My game is top tier. I'm not a player. You feel me? But like I said, we're gonna talk about that towards the end of this. You know what? We're gonna definitely drop the link. We're gonna let some people come up on this one. We're gonna drop the link. But let's continue with the video.
Player, we are unpredictable. We are like a puzzle that they love trying to put together but can never finish. Yet every day they keep trying and trying and trying. Number 3, play desirable to other women. How many times do I have to tell you this? Women are competitive. They like to compete over things, and a man's attention is also included. When they see other women desiring after a player, they choose to follow suit. Don't let that girl power talk fool you. When it comes to sex and romance, it's every woman for herself. Number 4.
Every woman for herself, bro. Again, when y'all listen to these, man, like go to this channel, y'all. Please go over there, subscribe, and check out his videos. Man, there's a ton of them. There's some really good videos over there. You know what I mean? Go check them out. They're all pretty quick too. I don't think I saw one over 10 minutes. I don't think. Bro, this brother really puts it down. And what he's talking about, I agree with, like I said, almost 100% what he's talking about as far as his player life. You know what I mean? Brother Hayaka's in the house. What's good, fam? Sister Candace, I don't want to be a player no more. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. That's what I'm talking about. Big Pun was a player. Big Pun was a player. I'm talking about before, like when he was all ripped up. You know what I mean? He was like a Rico Suave type dude. Big Pun was a player. Fat Joe was a gangster, and he ran gangster game. So we're going to start getting into this, y'all, so y'all see the differences I'm talking about. But let's continue.
Players have their shit together. From their money to their looks, players have it together. And women are attracted to that. When they see a man with his shit together, it turns them on. Players are educated, go-getters, and intelligent. And women, well, they love that. Number 5, players know how to put it down in the bedroom. In layman's term, players are great lovers. We just don't jump up and down on a woman and say that's it. We pride ourselves in being able to take a female to the highest point of ecstasy and have her running back for more and more and more. Number 6, players have a silver tongue. We tell women things that they love to hear. We can bring excitement to their lives with just our words. The way a player speaks to a woman is almost hypnotic. Like our tone of voice, it puts them in a daze. Players know how to vibe with women and spit that A1 game. Number 7.
See right there, that's one of the true keys right there to being a player. He ain't lying. The ability to talk another human into doing whatever you want, to doing your bidding, to talk them into it. Can't be a player without this quality. Can't be a player without this quality. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie to you. I think a lot of that is you born with it or you're not. I mean, I could be wrong. There's some people who just, maybe they grow into it. I don't know. But every player I done ran into, they have that. They have that. You know what I mean? Like it ain't even, bro, it ain't even funny because they got that. You know what I mean? So, Brother Doug, having a family can change some men. That's how I know it can be turned off. If you value having a family, some men aren't willing to risk it all just to have multiple women rotation. And that, my friend, is the difference between true players. That's all that counts to them is the game, the real game, not having game. But true players, the only thing they really care about is being a player. You know what I mean? True playerism, for real. Playerism, not plagiarism, playerism. It's the ism. Like I said, they like pimps. You feel me? So like you're talking about someone like, oh, you can just turn it off for a family. That's why I say, nah, I ain't never seen that. True players. I've seen players get married, but still be players, still doing their thing, still running their game. They don't stop. It's who they are. It's not what they want to be. It's who they are. That's why their numbers are so small. Right? They are very few in numbers. True players. I'm talking about true players. Like I said, I've been fortunate enough to run up on them. So that's why I disagree with you. There might be some guys who like excellent at their game, bro. Like whatever that game is. They might be excellent. But then they find a woman, they settle down, and that's it. That's their woman especially. Yeah, and I agree with you because that's what they wanted. That woman changed them. That dude was never a player. Ever. That guy was never, ever a player. You know what I mean? Sister Candace, men fall in love with their eyes, women fall in love with their ears. Facts. And now we got these males coming up. A lot of these males, they fall in love with their ears as well. This player thing is too so subjective. It's not a one size fits all. I hear what you're saying. But what I really want you to do, I want you to challenge yourself to think a little bit deeper on it. True players. That's why I said they're really rare. A true player never stops. They always doing what they do. They never stop. Of course, there are going to be exceptions to the rule. Yes, there are going to be exceptions. I get that. But overall, like I said, I've never met that exception personally. Sounds like maybe you have. But I'm just saying. I'm this player, this real player stuff, talking to these women, all this kind of stuff, all these elements, bro, these dudes don't stop. We got Brother Andre Terry in the house. What's good, fam? What's good, fam? Welcome. So glad you're here. Let's see, Brother Doug, just because you haven't seen doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Absolutely, 100%. Like I said, I absolutely, I concede that point. I will absolutely concede that point. You know what I mean? But I really want to stress to you like how rare a player is. Let's continue.
7. Players dress well and keep themselves in decent shape. Women love a well-dressed man who is also in good shape. I never said all players are built like bodybuilders, but most of us are not slobs, and we try to take care of ourselves. Women notice that. Women love a man with a healthy appearance. Think of it this way. Just like we are attracted to a nice ass and a pair of big tits, they like broad shoulders and big biceps. Number 8.
Which is real talk, man. And a lot of people out there are going to be watching this. They're like, man, this is just red pill stuff. It's not. It's a little different. You know what I mean? Like a player would be the absolute tip of the spear. You know what I mean? Like these dudes, you know what I mean? Like these dudes are real different. So when you see these things like, oh, he's just talking about red pill stuff. Nah. Like I said, players look at the dude in the red pill, like they look at me, someone like me, like, yeah, you know, like, all right, if you one of those red pill guys is like, going crazy, roll out, this red pill, a player wouldn't even associate with you. They gonna call you a lame and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like a player would sit down and talk to me and be like, all right, this brother got game, but I'm no player. You know what I mean? I can rock with him in a situation. Like if he's doing something, I can rock with him and not mess up what he's doing. But I'm not gonna go all in. I'm not a player like that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we're gonna get into it because it's kind of difficult to explain, but you know, we're gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? Freezy in the house, man. What's good, man? Faye 100, what's good, man? Good to see you, bro. So glad you're here. I will be dropping the link, y'all. I will be dropping the link. You know what I mean? Just got done working out. That's what's up, man. Because you know, that's what I need to do. Work out more. I'm not working out as much as I should, bro. But I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Brother Ron is in the house. What's good, fam? So good to see you. So good to see you, man. You know what I mean? Sister Candace, a mouthpiece can overcome a man's shortcomings. Body, it sure can. Like you said, you just basically what he said right here about the mask, you know, being in shape. You just can't be super like sloppy, obese, nasty. You know what I mean? You could be a big guy, right? You know what I mean? Notorious B.I.G., bro, he's a big guy. Black and ugly as ever. However, I stayed Coogee down to the socks. He was running player. He was running a version of the game I wouldn't call Biggie a player. He was running a version of the game, and we're gonna get to that towards the end there. Brother Cody, I have a chubby, short kind of jock buddy who I consider a player. You know what I'm saying? It's the way players run that. It's the way the players do what they do, bro. Like when you watch it, it's fascinating to watch. Y'all know I'm a people watcher. You know what I mean? If I see a player in the room, I'll sit back and watch like, yo, it's a real player right here. Them dudes do what they do. Man, they talk women right up out of them draws, bro, and they be gone. You know what I mean? Players, I mean, real players, man, they smashing anytime they want to smash. They're women to do whatever they ask them to do. Like I said, it's almost on some pimp type stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Brother Roman, much respect to all the people leveling up. Yeah, y'all keep leveling up. And this is a good one to talk about when we talk about leveling up. This can really help you out. You know what I mean? Especially with your game. Like, most people aren't players, but we're going to get into talking about different games and aspects of game. And I think that, you know, most of the guys watching this will fall into that. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into it. You know what I mean, Brother CJ? You should want to be top notch in every way possible. Absolutely. You should want to be. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't say you should strive to be a player. Again, that's like a different category. I don't know if you should strive to be a player, but you should strive to be top notch in everything you do. That's real talk. Sister Candace, good to see some new people in the chat. Welcome. Yeah, we growing, y'all. We growing. We got new folks up in this piece coming through, but let's continue. We're almost done.
Players are masculine. I've said it before and I'll say it again. She is attracted to masculinity. I call it the yin and yang of genders. There's no one without the other. When a woman accepts her place in the game and a man does the same, the two opposite characteristics can actually exist in harmony and complement each other. Number 9, players don't judge women. Women feel comfortable around players. They can let their hair down and relax. We don't judge women. We realize their flaws and their attributes. We simply let a chick be herself. Now it's up to you as a player to decide if those attributes is up to your standards or not. You may choose to deal with her or not. But trying to shame a bitch and change her is not on our agenda. We don't build.
Y'all hear that? That's extremely important. Like, every one of these tenets is essential to being a player. You can't have 8 out of the 10, right? You can't have 5 out of the 10. You got to have all 10. You got to be committed to that life. What he said right there is what eliminates most men. You know what I mean? Like, again, what do they say? Like on Fresh and Fit, what does Myron Gang say? What does Rollo Tomasi say? What does Rich Cooper say? That men care about a woman's past and women care about a man's future, right? Players don't give a shit about a woman's past. He doesn't care if she's a 304. He doesn't care if she's freaky tales like that, right? He looking at her for something different. He gonna use her or allow her, like he said, to be with me or not. She's either good enough for me or she's not. But he's gonna smash and he's gonna figure out if there's a slot for her on his program. That's how players look at it. They could care less. You can go up to a player, but hey man, that girl you talking to, man, look, she done did this and that. She doing porn, da. He don't care. He don't care. Right? And he truly does not care. Players, they don't get jealous. You feel me? It's a whole nother existence, bro. And that's why I'm telling y'all, I've met very few of these men and women. There's some female players out there that know their game. I done met more female players than I've met male players, for sure. You know what I mean? I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to jump back on the chat.
Build women. We just deal with them. Number 10, players are intelligent. Intelligent is one thing that you can work on. Reading, going to school, and more will help make you more intelligent. And these actions are going to help you sound that way when you're talking to your next date. You don't need to have a high IQ, but at least try staying informed about things that are happening around you. High quality women are attracted to intelligent men. And there you have it. 10 reasons why women love players.
Bro, these 10 reasons right here, I got to get to him. This brother know what he's talking about. My opinion. This brother know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? So, Cody is king. Brother Cody, is it the level of manipulation, the lifestyle, both, or more that you consider a player? Defining it may settle this with Doug and you. Yeah, it is that. You know, players manipulate at the highest level. They really do. You know what I mean? Like I said, players don't judge. Players are selfish in the sense that they're looking at you on the end, being a female as an individual, and it's really, what can you do for me? You know what I mean? Like, as far as the sex goes, a player already know he's going to smash. Just like a top-tier guy knows he's going to smash. But a player's already thinking way past that. You feel me? Like, you want to talk about people who, like, players know they players. They know what they're doing, right? They're in shape. They know how to dress. They got their money right. They got their things together. They home and everything. Players don't bring you home. A player would never bring a woman to his house, ever, ever. He always go in the hotels or, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Airbnb, he'll never bring a woman to his house. Why? Because he's a player 24/7, 365. That you just get caught slipping. You let someone who's, you know, emotional into your space, man, and you hit her with some real playerism stuff, you know what I mean? Some pimptastic something. She gonna be mad. She gonna come to that Airbnb thinking you live there. She gonna, you know what I mean? Players understand that. You know what I mean? Players know they're playing 3D chess where everybody else is playing checkers. So I'm trying to tell you, man, it ain't too many of them out there. Yes, they manipulate to the highest level, but they're still gentlemen about it. You know what I mean? And they're doing it for their own reasons, right? They're not doing it because they want you to feel a certain way. They're not trying to hurt your feelings. Players ain't walking around trying to hurt nobody's feelings. They don't care, right? It's all about them. You know what I mean? Brother CJ saying what's up to Sister Candace, Primal Studies in the house. What's good, fam? You know what I mean? I see everybody saying what's up in the chat, showing love. That's good. That's good. Nightish. Yes, no shame, blame, or and explain. Yep. Yes, no shame, blame, and explain. Hey, man, I ain't on that. We got Brother Jason in the house. What's good, fam? So you and your Lions doing the damn thing, bro. Y'all doing it. Brother Cody, yeah, sure, but the play only wants temporary use. Maybe. Like you look at a player and it's like, oh, he only wants temporary use. Maybe. That particular woman might be temporary use. Or it might be something else. Again, it depends on the individual. When they look at women, they're really picky because they know they can smash everything. So a player, you want to talk about an abundance mindset, a true player's abundance mindset rivals that of a female, of like a top tier, beautiful female. That's how players think. They know they can. The player is the guy that knows he's going to walk into the spot and smash anything. That's the player. Like he know he going to go in there and I could come out of here with anybody. The player could come out of there with the bottle girl. The player could come out of there with the bartender. The player could come out of there with the DJ. You know what I mean? The player will come out of there with the A-list celebrity. These dudes, their game is so tight. They know they can pull whatever they want to pull. Right? They get it that night, or they could start the process and get it within a matter of days or a couple of weeks, but they know they're going to get it. So the way that they work is different. And it might be, I just want to smash tonight, or it might be a different play. He might be after a woman because she can bring him to someone he's trying to network with. It could be that. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things. So yeah, Brother Cody, like it changes, y'all. Primal Studies players are all about racking up points on the scoreboard, if you know what I'm saying. Not real players. Again, they already know they can max out the game. You know what I'm saying? They don't even care about that. They're looking for different things. You know what I mean? And I think that's when I think it comes to a point when they get to his place in life when they know, like, you know what? I can get any of these women. I can smash any of these chicks. Okay, he's had them all. You know what I mean? He's had them all. All the fine women. Now what? I think that's when players kind of take it to the next level. Again, I'm not one. I'm not a player. But I've seen players pulling up in brand new, exotics, you know what I mean? Lamborghinis, you know what I mean? Aston Martin's like, yo, where'd you get that? Like, yo, this is Shorty's. She just parked it in my house for the month. Players are getting that. You know what I mean? Women are just bringing like, man, where you get that suit, man? That's nice. Oh, yeah, little Shorty. And here's the thing. They don't ask. These women just bring it to them. Like, bro, you just running their pockets like that? Like, nah, man, I don't ask for nothing. She just thought I looked good in this, and she was right. You know what I mean? Players be doing that. Like I said, it's real close to that pimp world. It's real close. And again, I'm not pushing for this lifestyle, y'all. Let me be clear. I'm not pushing for this lifestyle. If any young men out there or men in general out there thinking, oh, D.O. Saint said I should be a player, I am not pushing this lifestyle, right? It's a different life. You know what I mean? Like, and if you ain't ready for it, don't even try to do it. We're going to watch one more video when Dose of Game talks about that. Sister Candace, I would advise against any man bringing a stray home player or not. Facts. Likewise with women, especially for women. Sister Candace is right about that. JT's in the house. What's up, Brother JT? What We Know podcast. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all over there checking them out, man. Support Brother JT and Rob, What We Know podcast, man. I'm telling you, you want to know how black men are thinking these days, man. If you want to know what the young guys and the old guys are doing and talking about, you know what I'm saying, on that side of the fence, go check out What We Know podcast, man. You're gonna hear some really good conversations over there. You know what I mean? Sister Candace, I'm sorry, this is Cody is King. Brother Cody's at Sister Candace. I used to live close to the bar for some reason. It worked out for me. Absolutely, man. I guess there's like I said, there's different types of game. There's different types of game out there. And there are guys who are really good at these different types of games, but players are different. They just are. You know what I mean? They just are. It is what it is. We got Wonderful 34 in the house. Good. What's good, bro? Thank you so much for all the support. Wonderful 34 is always blessing the brother in the cash out, man. I really appreciate that, bro. I truly do. Thank you. Like I said, every dime goes to illegal drugs and prostitution. No, I'm just kidding. Every dime gets reinvested into this platform. You know what I mean? I stole that little joke from Fresh and Fit. Shout out to my dudes. Again, congratulations on Fresh and Fit for breaking that 1 million subscriber barrier. You know what I mean? Doing big things, making it happen. Shout out to them boys. And again, if anybody in the chat is going to be in Miami this weekend for that Fresh and Fit party, let me know, man, because I definitely want to catch up with y'all. And Brother Cody is King. Yeah, win. Drug in 304s. You a fool, bro. You a fool. Brother Doug, that's what's up. He's talking to Nightish. They don't know about that. That's what's up. So yeah, man. So I mean, it's when you're talking about that, man. Those 10 tenets. I'm every player. Like I said, I met a handful of them, but I can say it's true that everyone I ever met, any of those guys, they had these 10 tenets right there. They had the confidence, right? They were a challenge because you talk to the women, they're like, I don't understand why they would, but the women would keep going back. They knew they weren't going to get the commitment. They knew what the guy was doing. Keep going back. You know what I mean? They were desirable. And that kind of, these kind of, they daisy chain on each other. Because he's a challenge, it kind of makes them more desirable. You know what I mean? They got their stuff together, right? So a lot of dudes don't. Like guys are living with roommates or whatever in the smelly environments or living in the basement of their mom's house or whatever. Nah, players got their stuff together, man. Being a great lover. There's a lot of guys who are selfish lovers out there, bro. That's one thing I'm not. I'm not a selfish lover, right? I love that experience. That is, to me, that is one of the greatest things in life. You know what I mean? It's to, be with a woman, share yourself with a woman, explore. Every woman is different, bro. Exploring every woman, getting to know what buttons to push, bro. Like, you know what I mean? What gadgets to twist and turn and whatever. I love it. It's a great challenge. It's fun. You know what I mean? If you know what you're doing, a lot of guys don't know what they're doing. So that's like a key thing. All players do. You know what I mean? Having a silver tongue, being able to talk, being able to talk, not just women, but being able to talk people out of things or talk them into doing things or, whatever. I'm telling you, man, it's like the Jedi mind trick in real life. You see people that really know how to talk and they really Jedi mind trick people in real life. You know what I mean? I seen somebody like, it's like, I want a sex on the beach. You don't want a sex on the beach. You want a vodka tonic. Oh, okay, I think I'll have a vodka tonic. I'm like, that dude just did the Jedi mind trick for real. And the woman kept drinking vodka tonics from that point forward. Blew my mind. Player. You know what I mean? You got to be well-dressed. You got to be masculine. Ain't no such thing as a social justice warrior who's a player. You know what I mean? But that is a game. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about different games, but that's not a player. A player is masculine, 100% male. Man. 100% man. Right? Players don't judge women. They don't. They judge dudes more than they judge women. Really? And it's just really two categories of guy. You a lame, you know what I mean? Or you're not. You feel me? Because, and if you're a player, it's like, well, whatever. But they don't judge women. That, 304 and all that, man, they don't care. They on a different time. And you got an intelligence. You got to be smart. Got to be smart. You want to be decently read. You don't have to be well read, but you want to be decently read. You got to know a little bit about almost everything. And again, that's one of the aspects of my game that puts me on. There's pretty much anything I can't talk about. Even the stuff I don't know anything about, I got enough up here to get through it. You feel me? Why is that? Because I put everything through the old
think tank. Arch. Nothing gets past the old think tank. Nothing.
I have the ability to critically think. I put it through the think tank, so I don't care what the conversation is, I will be able to participate. And I will be confident in my participation, right? That's just a game for me. That's just part of my game. Players, it's like, again, it's a different level. You know what I mean? We got Brother Marcus in the house, man. My favorite devil dog, man. What's going on, man? How you feeling, bro? Let's get you squared away with a home shot. Salute to you. You know what I mean? So, and again, thank y'all so much, man. That last push to get us over the hump so we can get monetized, and we finally monetized, man. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see the first super chat. Can't wait to see it. Because they just brought us in, so I don't know if I don't know if they turned on the ability yet, but I can't wait to see a super chat scroll across the screen and we'll all know we're there 100%. I don't think we're quite there yet. But, so yeah, that's the thing, like the players, right? You know what I mean? That's those top 10 tenets. Right. And like, so there's another one here that is titled How to Stay True to the Game. This one right here, I guess he did another one before this, but this one right here is fire. In a couple minutes, I'm gonna let this run all the way through, y'all. Pay close attention to what he's talking about on this, bro. I'm gonna let this one run all the way through. But this is how to stay true to the game. And these are going to be the only 2 videos I'm going to react to from his page. Again, please, A Dose of Game. Go over there, like and subscribe. Check out his content. But here we go. We're going to let this run right through.
How to stay true to the game. All players know it's a must to stay true to this game. So if you're good game, then the game will be good to you. And I can't complain because the game has always been good to me. If you're new to this game and don't understand it, I made a whole video about it called Why Real Players Should Worship the Game. A link to it should be below and somewhere on the screen. But here's a quick recap. The game of a player is like what religion is to a priest, what the operating room is to a surgeon, or what the NFL is to a football player. The game is an entity that is full of rules and regulations that must be followed to the T. If you break these rules, then you most likely won't be successful in your endeavors when it comes to this game. As a player in this game, outcomes can be very rewarding. There are many spoils from the game, like money, clout, a sense of belonging, and finding purpose. And oh yeah, the bitches. That's right, the bitches. Just like a priest has nuns and a doctor has nurses, a player has a gang of women to choose from. And the best part of being a player is when it comes to women, we don't take what we can get. We get whatever we choose to take. While most men are happy just to get some pussy, players only deal with the cream of the crop. There's a gold standard that we live by. We only strive for excellence in this game. Anything else will be uncivilized. So as a true player, you should want to stay true to the game. Why? Because the game has the best of everything to offer. Just like the military can make a soldier out of you, the game can make a player out of you. You will become the man you always knew you could be, but was hesitant to become because of the fear of failure. I'm not telling you that it will be an easy path to follow, but it's the right path to follow if you're up for the task. Mistakes may happen, but as long as you stay dedicated to becoming the player you were meant to be, it's all good. So how do you stay true to the game? Well, that's easy. By learning the game from a seasoned player like myself. And you can do that by signing up for Players University. The game you will learn is priceless. To check the program out, click the link below and look around. And if you like what you see, then enroll. I've been talking about this program for a while now. Well, it's here. And these classes go over everything from how to carry yourself like a player, what to say to women, all the way how to break her back in the bedroom or the kitchen or the restroom or, well, you get where I'm going with this. So, welcome to the game, family. We've been expecting you. And oh yeah, I'll holler at you in the next video. And until then, play on, player.
I love the way that brother signs off, man. Play on, player. That's some, like I say, pimptastic stuff jumping off over here. So yeah, that's what he's talking about, man. That game stuff right there. You know what I mean? I dropped the link if anyone want to come up here and discuss this a little further. But it's definitely what he just said there. I understand it. I understand it completely. You know what I mean? Like he said, you know what I mean? It's like, well, you know, anyone could be a player. That goes more to the pitch. I don't know, bro. I might even look at his course just to see it. I want to see what it is. If I think the course is worthwhile, I would even tell y'all you might want to mess with it. But as of now, I don't know anything about the course. I don't. And I haven't spoken to anyone who has taken a course. But when the brother hits me back, I'm gonna ask him about it. You know what I mean? Maybe he can give me some bullet points on it. He probably had, like he said, he has something out there that talks about it. I'm gonna look into it. You know what I mean, brother Doug? I believe you have to turn on the super chat manually in the YouTube studios. Oh, good looking out, bro. That's what I'm gonna do then, because they send you a they say congratulations. They send you this big message, and there's a bunch of stuff that there's a process. I couldn't get into the process because we had to do the show tonight. So as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna jump on and see if I can't turn those on. See what can be toggled on and what can be toggled off. Appreciate that, brother Doug. Thank you so much, man. That's fire. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. We don't even have the ladies on tonight. I think they saw the title and was just turned off. Like, we don't want to talk about no players. I don't see Miss AKA ladies not in here. We got Sister Candace in here who always rocking with us. I don't see Miss Globe Girl in here. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? We'll get more women to come in. I'm sure they're gonna watch it in team replay. So I did drop the link. Look like I think Black Man probably had to go on his page and actually do some stuff because he was asking for the link. I dropped it. And for anybody else, the link is in the chat. I'll put it in here again. There's one more video that I have loaded up here. And this is Jay Waller, who was like, big time in the Red Pill community, man. He's down with Tristan and Andrew Tate, you know what I mean? He's like, part of that Miami clan, you know me, rolls with Myron the Fresh and Fit. And then there's some other cats that work with him, you know what I mean, and rock with him, not just work with him. So like he's moving, he's like up and coming, doing his thing. And anyway, there's a video with Justin and Tristan. They were in Dubai and they were talking about some different game, right? And I wanted to show that because what A Dose of Game was talking about, being true to the game, I agree 100%, completely. Don't even want to add anything to it. But I do have some bullet points down here, some, just like some conversation pieces, right? So, and I've said this tonight, I'm going to say it again. Most men are not players. And I'm not a player. Just telling you that right now to be 100. But most men are not players. The guys who do well with women, they have game, in my opinion. Most of those dudes aren't players. They just have decent game, right? So, can women be players? Absolutely. In fact, I would say female game is growing and more prevalent than male game. Women understand off rip, you know what I'm saying? Especially in today's world, you know what I mean, with the simp culture and whatnot. Women out there killing it, bro. Killing it. So yeah, and there are female, like again, most females aren't female players, but a lot of them are. Like they truly get it. Like they just know how to run that. You know what I mean? They know how to run that. You see it on YouTube. You see it on Instagram with the thirst traps and all that, man. You see it on Facebook. So they got game. You look at someone like Just Pearly Things. Like her business game ain't to be trifled with, bro. Look what she did in a year. She went from almost no subscribers to over 1 million. And she's a female, a young woman in the male dominated space. She's in the red pill world. She ran that. That's game, bro. Is she a player? I don't know. I have to sit down and talk to her. I have to say, I don't think she a player. You know what I mean? Because I don't think she want to be. I don't think she wants to have a bunch of dudes like that. I think she wants to be married and have kids and all that sort of thing. I think she's trying to find that top tier or a high value guy. She's looking for a high value man. And she's fell into this space. And, now she got dudes hollering at her. This might have been her play. Like, you know what? Let me start this YouTube channel so I can find the guys I'm looking for, because she knows the competition is stiff. And she'll tell you she's not the most attractive woman. She's not. You know what I mean? She's very pleasant. You know what I mean? I have yet to meet her in person, but everyone I know that has met her is like, yeah, man, she's like real cool. She's got great attitude. She's tall. You know what I mean? She played, like I want to say Division I. She played collegiate basketball. She was an athlete. She probably played other sports. You know what I mean? So, and she was on Vice recently. They had her on a panel with a bunch of feminists, and she one of the women were like, "Oh, you're pretty. You have pretty privilege," and she was like, "What? You saying I'm pretty? Like like YouTube, the Instagram, the internet be roasting me. I'm not pretty." So I thought that was funny. But yeah, there are women out there with game. I know a couple. They know what they're doing. They know how to run that. They know how to leverage their beauty. They know how to leverage their success if they have it. I know a lot of women out there who are beautiful and chasing success as well. So they're, ninjas with it, bro. They know how guys are going to treat them. They know that their beauty alone gets them into the door. Once they get into the door, they doing whatever it is they're going to do, whatever it is they're selling, whatever it is they want. You know what I mean? They're rocking it because they're leveraging their beauty to get there. Whereas a man will have to do all sorts of things to get in that door. She just pulls up, she's in. Not only is she in, but she's beautiful, she's elegant, her body's in shape. All these top tier guys, all these potential clients are coming to her. So it's like the easiest thing in the world. You guys might hear my daughter making a whole lot of noise downstairs. It's time for her to make herself something to eat. So you probably hear that, but it's all good. She's doing her thing. Brother Hayoka, she's as tall as MTR. Yeah, MTR is like, I think he's under 6 feet. She's like right at 6 feet, I think. They took a picture together. I saw that online. You know what I'm saying? I saw that. Miss Globe Girls in the house. What's good, love? I was just talking about you. It's like, oh, I'm listening while on the treadmill. Ed Doug. She's saying, Ed, brother Doug, you're not a player. You just crush a lot, ? Hey, like I say, it's hard to be a player. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're down there making it happen on the treadmill. Thanks for listening. Appreciate your support. You know what I mean? Day one. I appreciate you. So yeah, there are female players out there. Is being a player bad? You know what I mean? This is a real one right here. Is being a player bad? Depends. Depends on what world you live in. Right? It depends on your own morality, on how you see it, how you view the world. The way I view the world, I don't think players are bad. I think players are just guys who have mastered this game. They know what they want. They know how to get it. Similar, just like the women. It's like beautiful women. So I don't think being a player is bad. Brother Cody was asking about, manipulation and all that, lying and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what players do, man. There are no rules. When it comes to being a player, man, there are no rules. That's one of the things that they told me. Like, bro, you tell them what they want to hear. There's no rules. I don't do that. You know what I mean? That's why I can tell you, I am nowhere near. I'm not a player. I'm not going to tell a woman what she wants to hear. I'm not going to do it. A player will. All day, every day. They don't care. Man, mind you, they're not taking the chick home. They're taking it to a hotel or whatever. Whatever player can tell you his player name, not his real name, he's gonna put all kind of buffers between him and that chick, especially if it was just a smash. Like, I just want to hear it because she got a nice butt. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, yeah, man, he's gonna use his player name and everything. You know what I mean? You will never see this dude again. You know what I mean? Like, it's I'm not that dude. Now, is that wrong? I don't know. Is it illegal? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But is it wrong? I don't know. Look at the Tinder swindler. What he did was illegal. Kind of. You know what I mean? These women were giving him all kind of bread, but it was definitely a scam. He set them up. He set them all up. You know what I mean? He used that Prince Charming game on them and set them all up. It was horrible. It was horrible. You know what I mean? But he didn't really, we really delve into it. Like, he didn't really break any laws. These women freely gave that money up. That was some player type stuff, but he wasn't a player, in my opinion. The Tinder swindler was not a player. He was just a dude who mastered a certain type of game, and he used it to his advantage as a criminal. Right? He had that silver tongue, and he had pictures. He had the technology to help him out. And he created this fantasy for these women that he chose to run, and he ran them. I mean, I don't think that's not a player. Yeah, he's a crook, swindler, Tinder swindler. You know what I mean? But you see how that works. You know what I mean? So let's talk about game, y'all. Let's talk about, there's one bullet point I did miss. I did want to say this. Most men don't want to be players, bro. You know what I mean? That's my belief. Most men don't want to be players. They don't. You can look at the top 20, bottom 8, it doesn't matter. The top 20, they exercise options because they can. They're sought out by all these women, and they get to make these choices. You know what I mean? And they do whatever they want to do. They're doing what they're doing. But most men, like especially at the bottom 80 and the most dudes, especially the bottom 80, they just want a woman in their life that they care about, and they believe that woman cares about them. That's all they want. They will work themselves to death for that woman. They will do everything they can in their power for that woman. That's what they want. They want the companionship. They want the access to the Foxy Brown or the Gwen Stefani, you know what I'm saying, or the Rosalind Sanchez, whatever y'all want to call it. They want that. You know what I'm saying? They want that. So most guys don't want to be players. They just want to have a woman in their life and be able to move forward. My opinion on that. You know what I mean? That's what they want. I'll see you back there, brother. Hey, okay, I'll bring you up in a second. So there's so many women out there like, oh, all these dudes are bad. They all players. Well, it's because they're chasing after the same type dude. They are chasing after these guys who are exercising their options, right? And they probably have run across players, you know what I mean, and got worked. But most women who deal with players, they're not upset when it's over. They're not mad at the player. They're mad that the player done moved on from them. They want to be with that guy. It's the craziest thing. Like it's not like they, you know what I mean? And the players I knew, some of them were baby daddies. Yeah, some of them had some kids, but most of them did not because they didn't want to deal with the family court system. So I'm just letting you know, bro, most guys don't want to be players, in my opinion. Most men just want a good woman that they can kick it with. Pitney Jules, what's good, fam? What's good? Tinder Swindler was closer to a con artist than player. Absolutely. He was 100% con artist, bro. That's what he was. He was just con artist. You know what I mean? And that's going to get us into game, right? But he was running a con. He ran a con on these women. It was very successful. That's all that was. He slipped up a couple times, and that's why he caught the case. Was it a wire fraud case or something that they got him on? They got him on something. But the majority of those women were just SOL, bro. They were just SOL. Primal studies, I would say it's harmful to people in general. Being deceptive to get what you want has a way of coming back in a bad way eventually. Agreed. Players don't care. And the way they run their, you know what I mean, they run their magic in such a way that, you know, most women aren't scoring. Most players don't score in women. They don't leave them scoring. Right? They just move on. And like I said, there are no rules. So players are rocking whatever. They're rocking married women. You know what I'm saying? They're rocking, you know, powerful women. They're rocking 304s. Remember, players don't judge. They don't. So, Brother Tarus, dude, want the illusion of options. Dudes want the illusion of options. Dudes want the illusion of options. I don't agree with that. The bottom 80 dudes want a woman. They don't want to run game. They don't want to run plates. They don't want to run a rotation. It takes a lot of work. You know what I mean? Most dudes are lazy, right? They want that woman. They want that access to that Foxy Brown. That's what they want. And most dudes are cool with that. Now you take that same guy and you make him, you know, give him $500 million or give him a weekend with an Amex card that's unlimited for the weekend. And yeah, that dude's going to exercise options. He's going to use that card to, you know, to go out here and smash whatever he can smash. You know what I mean? But in real life, you know what I mean? Just everyday life, nah, these dudes, they want to be with somebody, bro. So I disagree with you there, Tarus. You know what I mean? I disagree with you there. We got Brother Hayoka in the house. You know what I'm saying? What's good, man? How you feeling?
Ben, how are you today?
I'm good, man. Like I said, you know what I mean? You sound like you are recovering the way you should be recovering.
I'm working on it. That's for sure.
Well, keep working on it, man. So what's good, man?
Just looking at player versus having game. When I think about it, you know, you can be in the top 20% and not have game.
Most guys in the top 20% don't have game. You're right.
You know, and so the thing about it is that I would say kind of like being a player is kind of like more of a lifestyle as opposed to having game. You know, you can have game and you can talk. You know, if you think about the Tinder Swindler.
Looks like we lost Brother Hayoka. He'll come back, y'all. I'll just drop him down for now. He'll come back. Brother Cody is king. Is just being a master manipulator. You can use it for good or bad. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely see that. So, Brother Hayoka was saying lifestyle. That is like part of it. It could be a lifestyle. I can see that a little bit. You know what I mean? I can see that. You know what I mean? The player lifestyle as opposed to player game, the player lifestyle. You know what? I think I'm going to start using that. The player life, the player lifestyle as opposed to game, because I do draw distinctions between the two. I like that. I'm gonna start using that. See, brother Hayoka put me on. He put me on right, right there.
No.
What's up, bro? I got you back. Had you? Hello. I got you. You there?
No.
Yes, you are. I got you.
Oh, you got okay. Because it opened up twice. That's what that was.
Yeah, the other one dropped off. But what you said about lifestyle, I've just adopted that, man. I'm gonna call it moving forward. I'm gonna call it the player lifestyle or the player life as opposed to player game, because I draw distinctions between that, the player lifestyle, and the various games that are out there. And we're gonna get into games in a minute. But go ahead and continue with what you were saying.
Yeah, you can have game, but that doesn't necessarily make you a player. Because what happens is that a player is not looking necessarily for a relationship that's going to be ongoing. Having game, you can potentially be looking for a relationship. As a player, I wouldn't even anticipate you looking for a relationship because you're moving from woman to woman. One of the things when you think about the Tinder swindler, as well as a lot of other the man swindled like 23 different women, and they asked him, they said, well, what did you say to them? And he said,
yeah, somebody's having technical difficulties. I'll leave him up for a second to see if he comes back. But yeah. So we'll read Brother Doug's comment. I'll pull Brother Hayoka down. He's having some technical difficulties. He's probably on Mars somewhere. You know that man's extremely smart. He's probably got a house on Mars or floating around out there in space. So, Brother Doug, I agree, DL. Most men want a good woman. Dating coach Alpha Male Strategies always say majority of his followers are looking for advice to get one woman. Facts, bro. Facts. I'm noticing that right now. Right. I've recently begun to get into that space where I have people hitting me up, looking to be coached, mentored. And like we're doing things now when I take dudes out, and I'm realizing that. Like I'll show dudes these techniques, and I'll show these guys, like my philosophy on stuff. And again, I'm not a player. I'm not a part of that player lifestyle, but I do recognize game. And I'll bet $1 to a donut that the majority of the guys that I help out, the majority of the guys that, come to me for coaching and or this mentor thing, they're just going to secure themselves one woman. And that's all they want. They just want the one woman. So I agree with you there, bro. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And then we're looking at the game. Let me see if Brother Hayoka is back. Brother Hayoka, you there? Nope. Probably got that cricket. Oh, here he is. Tarus is up in the house, man. Uh-oh, it's about to get spicy now. Brother Tarus, what's good, fam? How you doing?
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's when Beige Brothers attack. That's what it looks like, man. The attack of the Beige Bros.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, man. Can you
Bro,
hear me?
I finally got my shit working, man. Hell.
All right. Yay. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you could do it on this program. We got Brother Hayoka here with us too as well. You rocking with us, Brother Hayoka?
I'm here.
So yeah, Brother Tarus, I got you on. Yeah, I can hear you. Brother Tarus, I got you on mute. We're gonna let Brother Hayoka finish up his thought, and then I'll move you over. So yeah, go ahead and finish up your thought, bro.
Yeah, I think a lot of the problems with the 80% is that they have no social skills. And because they don't have any social skills, they feel awkward. And I mean, among other things, not if you get rid of the height issues and the other issues that the person might have, a lot of times they don't know how to talk to women in order to even strike up a conversation and feel comfortable.
Right. I agree.
And because they don't know how to do those things, what happens is that this is why, like, if you look at a lot of what Red Pill is today in relationship to the early pickup artists like Mystery, Strauss, and others, what happens is it's an evolution of that. They were all pickup artists. They knew how to pick up women, except that what happens is as soon as they got into a relationship, they turned into Blue Pill because they didn't understand how to keep frame.
Right.
So,
or maybe they didn't want to keep frame. They got what they wanted. They wanted to be with the woman. They found a woman they wanted to be with. Those dudes I would never call player. They weren't part of that player lifestyle. If they were, they'd still be doing it.
Yeah, but what I'm referring to is that if you're Red Pill, you're going to be Red Pill anyway. You follow me?
I get you on that, and that's a different conversation. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because we're just talking about players.
Yeah.
And not, yeah. So that's a different conversation. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna bring Brother Tarus into the conversation. You know what I mean? How about them Browns, boy? Deal with y'all next year.
It's always next year with the Browns, bro.
Yeah, we'll deal with y'all next year.
Go Cavs. Hey, I actually agree with your breakdown with how players operate. I've always said that it's kind of a different way you move depending on what your aim is. But for the most part, man, players are just out there. They're just out there really having fun, and then they operate like that. But I would really caution guys to even be out there just like intentionally looking for something. You just got to let that come natural anyway. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, that's going to get us in the game. We're about to talk about game. Brother Cody got a message for you. Oh, shit, Tarus's wife let him in the house. You ain't in the garage no more.
Cody already with it, man. God.
Already with it. I'm telling you, man, Brother Cody be firing them off, boy. Firing them off. I love that, man. So, and I'll ask Brother Heyoka, man, have you, in your life, do you believe you've met any real players, Brother Heyoka? We lost him again. So that question goes to you, Brother Tarus. Have you known any real players in your life, or were you a player at some point in your life?
So yes, and to be perfectly fair, I don't know to your second part because we've had these conversations kind of in passing, but I like monogamous relationships, so I don't know if I would be considered a player prior to my marriage. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know how to define that.
Okay. Brother Cody King, we lost Brother Heyoka again, man. So I don't know if he got a chance to answer your question. So yeah, we got Brother Tarus here. So you said you've met a player like growing up in the Midwest, we're from the same state. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like Cincinnati is known for dudes with that masterful game, but even there, not too many players. You know what I mean? So, what was going up there where y'all at by the land, bro? Like, did you come across a couple players growing up? Like, I'm talking about true players, not just guys with like really good game.
It's so crazy because in the Midwest, and maybe you can understand this, like you're having problems with. It's hard to define it because in the Midwest, we got to have game, but just because we got game doesn't mean we're players, and vice versa. You know what I mean? And so, like, I know guys who just naturally had a bunch of women, and I guess you could consider that players. But if you just got game and it's just easier for you to date, that doesn't necessarily make you a player, right?
Right. Agreed. So, Brother Heyoka is back with us. Brother Heyoka, have you ever known any players in your life, and are you a player? Consider yourself a player, or have you ever been a player?
No.
No to all?
Well, not no to all, but I've met players in my life. But I would tell you like this: no, I'm not a player. You know, when I was coming up, I was considered Del 7.
Okay, and explain that for those who may not know.
Square. Extremely square.
They would call them lame. I guess Dosa Game would call you a lame. Then that's the term that I guess the players are using. Oh, that's just a lame.
I only got a better understanding as I got older.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of times what happens is that I hope you're not getting a backsplash on the vocals. But
no, man, you're good. Audio's perfect.
I would say like this. I learned by studying people, and I got into a lot of different things because of that. So
that tree's not coming down to Valentine's Day just because you posted that, Candace.
Yeah, Sister Candace was like, "Oh, Tarus still got his Christmas tree up." So continue. So continue with that point.
You know, so I had to. I think when you're young, what happens is that if you have instruction and things like that, it's different. But that's why, like I say that the Red Bull is an evolution, and being an evolution of and being an evolution over time, a lot of what you get today in the red pill space came from, to some degree, people trying to understand what was going on along those lines from back in the day. Because a lot of men didn't understand how to deal with women, and so it became profitable to get an understanding of that. This is where you get the players coming out of, and I don't think that having game is synonymous with that. You have a lot of men that have game, but they're not players.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to segue into. Perfect segue. So I got to let's talk about game a little bit, right? And I got a video we're gonna watch in a little bit with Andrew Tate and with Tristan Tate and Justin Waller. But let's talk about game. There are all types of game, people. All types of game. So and I'm just gonna name a few, and then you guys can like jump in there. But there's game out there I call keeping it real game. You got guys who are out there just running plays like a Myron Gaines type. They just keeping it real. You're gonna be one of whatever. I'm the dude. I know you want me. These are my terms. If you don't like it, kick rocks. Just keeping it real. Yeah, there's you and 5 other women. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to show some value or worth to me somehow. And I'm always gonna have other women if I want to. I keep my options open. You can't see any other men, right? So that's that keeping it real game. Very few dudes can pull that off. You know what I mean? Very few dudes can pull that off. Very few dudes would even attempt that. You know what I mean? But that's like a game. So Brother Tarus and then Brother Heyoka, I would like to hear each of you name a different aspect of game.
Heyoka, can I take it first?
Yeah, go ahead.
So typically what my game was more the R&B type. The more I came up with the Craig David, the Avant, the Donnell Jones. That's always been comfortably like how I talk to women, my kind of game. That R&B,
smooth
Gerald Levert kind of shit. You know what I mean? I know there's actually a lot of guys who do the keep it real game. I guess not to the level, but that would be the perfect description of a player in the game he would most likely have, right? Like the straight keep it real game, like Myron.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean that
it wouldn't be like a play. It wouldn't be like a player type thing. The straight keeping it real game is just that. You telling women, you just being honest. It's brutal honesty. So it's not being a player, because remember, a player can tell you exactly what you want to hear.
Right.
So I would disagree with you there. I would say, nah, it's more, keeping it real is way different.
Ooh, see, now I got to disagree. What a player, though, because I feel like a player would keep it real. And you got the guys who run the I'm a sell a dream game. They be saying whatever the hell they need to say to try to get any.
Well,
like
there's the difference. Yeah. Like now we're talking about, because game is infinite, right? So
right,
someone like Myron Gaines would never lie to a woman, ever. He would never lie to a woman, and with that fact alone, he's not a player. He's not part of that player life. And that's what I use to determine those two things. Like that dude would never lie. He'll like, I'd rather not deal with you than to tell you this lie and keep you and keep you there. So like Myron's not a player. Fresh is not a player, because there's limits to what he does. The guy's he has a conscience. Like Fresh ain't gonna just talk a woman into doing whatever. I've seen him operate. That's not how he works. So I wouldn't consider him part of that player life. He runs the game. But you said you ran that smooth dude game, right? That was you. You was out there probably dancing or whatever doing. All right, Brother Heyoka, what type of game? What type of game could you name right here? Because I know it's infinite, but what type of game did you run when you first came into this space?
I appreciate what the comedian said. He said male peacocks have color, the female peacock is drab. Male lions have a mane, female lion doesn't have a mane. He said this is why pimps are women's out there too. And I say that to say that's peacocking. But it's also, you have to be comfortable within yourself, and you have to be able to hold the conversation and be comfortable. If you're comfortable and you can hold the conversation, it really doesn't matter. You can go anywhere and be with anybody. And if you concentrate on moving back and forth between more of an emotional conversation as opposed to a more data-driven conversation, because as soon as you start talking statistics, you're gonna have problems. So it's better. It's better if you're gonna look the part and you're gonna smell the part and everything else. Don't break out with a bunch of numbers, because immediately that's gonna knock you right off game.
Okay.
You have to be
So
you have to be comfortable and have an amused sense of a sense of an amusement at what you encounter with women.
Hey, you know what game had me dying that y'all actually mentioned? Remember when y'all broke my brain with the dudes be bringing out the keys of the bar table and shit?
that's game. Yeah, that is game. And I want to, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. But brother Hayoka, real quick, because I was slightly distracted. Shout out to brother Doug. You do have to toggle on super chats and super stickers. I just toggled that on. I don't know if the feature is gonna come up right now. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know. I just toggled it just this moment. So if not on this one, then definitely on the next live we'll have that feature. But brother Hayoka, so you were saying that the game that you were talking about, you would call that peacocking game? Is that the first one you went with?
Well, peacocking. The reason why is because if you don't look the part, then whatever comes after that, the first thing that anybody's going to look at is what you look like. You can't if the look is not correct, then what happens is everything that comes afterwards is going to be affected by it.
Okay, well, oh shit, brother Mike's in the house. What's up, bro? Hey, brother Mike, I think I just turned on the super chats and super stickers, bro. Ah, there it is. We got him. Hey, we got him.
Yeah, that.
Brother Doug with the first super chat ever on this platform. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Man, I'm excited, y'all. Can you tell? I'm smiling? I'm smiling. Brother Doug with the brother Michael with the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, brother Doug with the $10 super chicken. Didn't even want to say nothing, just showing support. Man, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, bro. Thank y'all so much. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. We had to put in the work to get here. We got it. We got super stickers. We got super chats. I'm gonna bring brother Hayoka back because I wanted to, and then we're gonna talk about the car key game. Brother Tarus, man, what you doing, bro? Finally, yeah, that's right. You know what? I'm not even gonna make fun of you because you're not airborne today. See, I didn't even use the L word.
Oh, boy.
I didn't use the L word. You know what I mean? I like the Browns. How about that? The Browns are okay for the next 5 minutes. The Browns are okay. Go Cavs. Go Cavs. There we go. Because we ain't got a basketball team in Cincinnati, so I'll get a Cavs hat, bro. I'll get a Cavs hat. Thank you, brother.
Hey, real quick before you continue, shout out to Ohio State. That was the real championship game. I think you would agree.
That was a great game. That was if Marvin Harris didn't get hurt. Thank y'all so much for the support. Look, we got brother Dusto, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Super Dust. Thank y'all, man. Hey, for real, y'all. Thank y'all. This is I can't thank y'all enough. Thank you so much for rocking with me. We got super chats and super stickers. Oh, bro. I'm just so happy right now, man. When this broadcast is over, I'm gonna go down and I'm going because last night I couldn't drink because I was slipping into a bad space. But I'm gonna go down tonight and I'm gonna have a drink. Sister Candace, keep leading from the front. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Who? Yeah. Hey, man. This feels good. Thank y'all so much. I mean, it's just, it's like when you're going up the mountain, you get your first plateau, the first place you could take a break, because you look back down, you're like, damn, I've come a far way. Then you turn around and look up, like, well, I got a long way to go, but I got y'all with me. We gonna get to the top.
Bro,
thank y'all so much.
You, man. We roll with you, dog. You know
Appreciate that, bro. Sister Candace, brother Dusto, Tarus, brother Michael. You know what I'm saying, brother Doug. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. All right, let's get back to the show. My bad, y'all. My bad. Let's get back to the show. So brother Hayoka was talking about that peacocking game, right? So and that's the thing, bro. And it's not just, it's like with the clothes, with the jewelry, with the cars. And this is what it delves into what Brother Tarus was talking about. Like, he didn't realize the guys were actually going to the bar and put their keys to their car on the bar so you can see that a Porsche or BMW or Mercedes or Maserati or whatever keychain. That's the peacocking thing that brother Hayoka is talking about. And brother Hayoka, could I push you just a little bit further? And could you give me an example of like the first time you used your peacocking game, bro? Like, I'm just curious as to what you got into.
No, I was at the bar, and the girl pushes by me while she rubs her butt up against me.
Hey.
And when she turns around, I looked at her and I told her, I said, I'm glad to meet you too. And she said to me, she started laughing. She said, buy me a drink. And I was like, no, because I'm not a trick. And she said, I know what a trick is. And the thing about it, she said, and so she said, I would have given you my number. She gave it to the bartender, and he proceeded to throw it away. I was like, no, I don't play like that. For me, what happens is I've had women in my life tell me, oh, you're going to pay. I'm like, you don't know me. You might think that, but you don't know me. And so the thing about it is that, you know, I do have some aspects of my personality that are still square. But a lot of times what happens is that it's easier for me, especially being older, having no choice but to have the confidence in my life. Because confidence is a lot of it as well. If you don't feel comfortable, then you're going to make a woman feel uncomfortable. And so you have to be able to talk to them. And they're no different than you. And as long as you call them on them and treat them as a person, how could they feel otherwise? You know, so they might like you, they might not like you, but it's like with me. I've had women say, listen, want to give me money and things like that. I'm cool. I don't need your money. You know, but a lot of it is conversation. A lot of it's what you look like. A lot of it is how you come off. If you carry yourself in such a way that you're confident, if you look good, smell good, and have a good conversation, then what happens is you can talk to anybody, and it shouldn't be problematic.
See, that's what's up.
Hey, so
You know
I need you guys to explain something to me real quick.
Can I say one last thing, Brother Tarus? This is why when Myron was being interviewed by you did a thing on the when he was Cheyenne. One of the things he said was it depends upon where a woman is in the stream of her life as to how you tailor your game. When you are talking to someone older, you're gonna speak one way. When you're speaking to somebody younger, it's going to be different because they're at a different point in their life and they're looking for different things. And you might embody both types in the stream of things, but the thing about it is as to what you're going to say, that's going to be governed to some degree by who you're talking to. But go ahead. Sorry about that, Brother Tarus.
That was good. I was wondering, would you guys consider it different? Because I was actually trying to ask some of my homeboys with the car game. Would you say that's different? Like, let's say we're at the track or we're at like a car meet or something like that. Would that still count? Or we're talking specifically, you're in a normal social environment and you're like going out of your way to dangle the keys?
It's peacocking. It's guys who are in you're just at a lounge or a bar and a guy is just putting his keys right there to where the emblem of the vehicle is up and you can see it. You know what I mean? No. It's peacocking. And I mean, it is what it is.
I got a friend who's got a 740 BMW, okay, drop top. He says to her, well, what do you think of it? She says, Daddy, it's a panty dropper. The thing about it is that, you know, what the way you treat yourself is a lot of times interpreted as to how you're going to treat her. And if you have the resources, then what happens is if you notice every creature in nature, every male in nature that has extra resources displays them, because it's not just about you, it's also about the children that she would like to have. If she's looking at a man, she's going to evaluate him on what resources he can bring to the table, whether it's genetic. Okay, well, you know, because a lot of girls might think when they're young, you know, if I have children with him, I'm going to have cute babies.
Well, and let me like, I'll slow you down there because now the conversation is starting to go into kind of like relationships and like why, like choosing signals and dating strategies. Remember, we're talking about players. So everything you say, I agree with wholeheartedly. Here's the thing. Players use that to their advantage. Players understand that this is the things that the women are looking for, and they use it to their advantage. So what brother Tarus was saying, he's asking about the guy with the keys throwing his keys on the bar or whatever. That's a form of peacocking. He's trying to do what brother Hayoka is talking about. He's trying to show that look what I have, look what I can provide. But players don't do that. Players look good personally, but they're not going to put some keys on the table, right? They're going to look around and they're going to wait to see who they see, and they're going to run. They're going to go holler at them. They're going to be about that player life. They're going to assess the woman, and each woman is different. They're going to and again, let's talk about different games.
I was about to say players would actually tailor their game to the specific woman, whoever they're talking to.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
That's why you need to know where she is in the stream of life.
Exactly. You want to know that, and yes, you want to have the ability to figure that out fairly quick, right? That's where the intelligence comes in. You see how all of it plays into each other. Like players are a very rare breed of man, and a very rare breed of woman, in my opinion. So you got that hood game, bro. What I mean, the gangster dudes. There's a lot of dudes out there acting like they hood and they grew up in the suburbs, right? But they'll come off looking, wearing the clothes or whatever. The guys, like, they're living a concealed carry state, and instead of having a holster, they have their little weapon tucked in their belt and everything, trying to look like a gangster because they know there are women out there who are attracted to those type of men. And, that's their game. So there's that hood game.
I think in relationship to Brother DL, what you're referring to also is that when you read The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, what he says is that he points out the multiple personality types that you would run into that are seductive. And so what happens is that a player would be able to tailor his seductive qualities to that particular woman, whether he was the ideal lover or whether it was coquetry. If you look at the movie Pirates of the Caribbean, the squid face guy says to the goddess, he said, well, I could only come ashore for one day out of the year. And here it is, you weren't there. And he said, and he went so crazy, he tore his heart out. And she said to him, would you have loved me more if I had been there? The thing about it is that that's coquetry. So a lot of times what happens is the seductive qualities that you have, that you can bring to bear. Okay, it depends upon your knowledge base, depends upon what you've been exposed to. Casanova was known as a rake. They knew that he couldn't help himself.
But like the points you're making here with the squid face guy and Casanova was a player. The squid face guy wasn't. The squid face guy, if he would have played, would have had the goddess coming to him. Right? You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he even said that, saying that stuff to her, you weren't here and I ripped my heart out, that's not a player. A player doesn't care. He moved on to the next one.
No, I'm saying the art of seduction in relationship to that. Women are sirens too. Women can be players.
Women can. What I mean. Okay, there you go. Women can. And as far as Casanova, like that dude, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. His name, to this day, his name is synonymous with being the ultimate lover, with seduction and all that. Man, boy. So
how much would you think a player would take into conscience because we agree that players would at least has that base adapt and evolve, like they'll tailor to the specific whoever they just happen to talk to. So what aspect of that though would you say that players don't take into account that maybe some other guys who just got game might overthink it?
All right, so like someone like me, right? Like I'll run my game to do whatever. Like if I'm out and about and I see an attractive woman, I just want to have a conversation with her. So my game ends there. I'm not trying to take her home, whatever, right? So my goal is to sit down and see if I can have a conversation with this woman and see where mine is, right? The player, he already knows that he could take her home. His game is such. There's I know I can get this woman because the average guy is just trying to get, he's just trying to get the Foxy Brown. Players already know they're gonna get that. So the player's looking at her for different reasons. Like she would be an asset to me in this capacity, whatever that may be. So his game and my game are different in that sense because I just want to have a conversation. He might want to use her for her ability to get him to the next level, whatever that level is. You know what I mean? So I say that's the difference between players and guys with game. You know what I mean? I would say the player lifestyle never stops. Whereas a guy with game, his mission is right there. Like I want to smash, or I want to have a conversation, or you know what I mean? I want to get her name. A lot of guys are just like, if I could just get her name, you know what I mean? So again, like it's very rare to come across true players. And if you see one, bro, to watch a player operate, bro, like
But
bro,
brother Dio, you also have to admit that when you talk with independent of the outcome. And that in itself is seductive in the sense of saying that I don't want anything from you. I'm just here to hold the conversation with you and get to know you. And so it's not predicated on, oh, well, I had a coworker years ago who every time he talked to women, he was always looking at their crotch.
Yeah, that's a weirdo right there, bro. Did he realize he was doing that?
No. I'm saying that when I say that, I'm saying that his conversation was all about that, and everything was based on let me get in your pants. And when you take that out of the equation, you see them as people, and you can talk to them as people. And it doesn't because it's independent of the outcome. I'm just holding a conversation with you, getting to know you like you getting to know me, and that in itself is seductive.
No, I absolutely agree with you. But again, to draw the line between that game, that type of seduction, and what players do, I look at players like Spy Masters, bro. Players look at women as assets. There's an asset. She's either an asset or she's not an asset. And I'm going to use her for this. She might have to go over here and get some information from this person for me, or she might have to go over there and this. Yeah, I'm going to smash her. It is what it is. But I'm only going to do it to my advantage. Whereas the average guy just, oh man, she's gonna get me, I'll get smashed, I get smashed. And then you got someone like me, where yeah, I'm cool. I just want to have a conversation. And brother Hayoka, I agree with you 100%. Just that alone, because at some point in the conversation, that woman is gonna realize that I've already gotten what I wanted from her. I just wanted to talk. Bye. I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? And that no, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. It becomes yet another game. It seems like that's the game I was using. You know what I mean? But in actuality, I wasn't. And I don't even want to smash you like that. I'm moving. But the player, go ahead.
You figure like this. It's kind of like when I was at McDonald's one time, the girl ran over to me and she said, I don't normally do this, but here's my phone number. When you take and you come at it from that perspective, show you how it is. It's like if you're talking to a beautiful woman, I could see you holding a conversation with her independent of the outcome. Like, I'm not trying to get in your pants. I'm just holding a conversation with you. But that automatically becomes seductive in the sense of saying to you like this: you're accustomed to seeing a beautiful woman. Her beauty does not move you one way or the other. And women get so accustomed to being told, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, this and that and the other. You're pretty this and you're pretty that. Once you hear it all day long, it gets boring.
Yeah, but that's the average guy game. Like the players, exactly. To what DL is saying, the players know how to use certain women like a chessboard. Like, hey, I know I could get this girl, or I could talk to this woman, and so here I am. Like now, I can it's a tool. Whereas the average guy, what DL is saying, I mean, they're going to say anything because they don't have that privilege, if you will.
Right, they are starved for the Foxy Brown. So and it's right here, brother. Mad 4, what's good, son? Good to see you, Mad 4. You know what I mean? What's up? That's for you. I hope you get transferred to that airborne unit, boy. He says being a player and having game are one and the same. They are not, my friend. They are not. That's why they're called players. It's about winning to rack up body count. It's a game to them, whether she's taken or not. You are missing it 100 completely, my brother. What you're saying right there is the mindset of the average guy, the bottom 80 dude. That's what the average mindset is. That right there. If he can smash, he can smash. That's the end all to be all. And I'm here to tell you, I don't even consider you a guy with top tier game unless you can say no to a woman sexually. You know what I mean? Until you get to a point where you can actually look at a beautiful woman and say, no, I don't want to have sex with you. Your game ain't nowhere near mine. What you're talking about, the guys just want to rack up the pickup artistry and all that. They just want to rack up game. Nah, bro, that's not being a player, my friend. You know what I mean? Please go back and watch the top of this video when we talk about the top 10 qualities that brother Dose of Game put out there, and go watch his page. Go watch Dose of Game. That bro, he's really, it'll put you in a different mindset. You know what I mean? I can't do it justice inside of inside of 2 hours. Oh, we got JT in the house, man. What We Know podcast. What's good, fam? What's good? What's good? And we're gonna wrap this up in about 20 minutes. But I'm glad you're here, JT, man. Let's hear what you got to say on this, man. Because the original player from the Himalayas. Shout out to Martin. Romy Rome in the house.
Watch your mouth. I was kind of agreeing with what you were saying as far as like players. They are very far and few that's out here. True players. It is not a lifestyle that the average man can even handle when it comes down to it. They do not, it's like their own, what they're trying to accomplish, the average man is not trying to accomplish. And basically, it's more than just racking up girls. Like you said, they already got that locked down. A lot of these guys are very good salesmen. Very good salesmen. That whole thing where they say, I could sell salt to a slug. That's basically how these guys are. Highly, what they call it? Charismatic?
Yeah, charismatic. Charismatic, yep.
Yeah. So, and these guys are high manipulators. Big time. It's not a lot of these guys. Now, there's a lot of guys that are inspired to be a player and never even get on that frequency.
Player inspired.
For real, though. That's real talk.
But no, and the average man don't want to be that. That's a lifestyle. Like when they say I'm a player for life, for real. You heard Too Short, what do you say? I'm a player for life. So where's my wife? Probably at the rehab, stuff in the pipe.
And that's real talk right there, bro. That's keeping it 100. That's real gangsterism right there, man, when it comes to players. So, brother Mad 4, man, like, for real, go back and rethink that, man. Like, put that through the old think tank, man. Being a real player is not about body count at all. You know what I mean? So, again, when I talk to these young guys, when they come to me for coaching, that's the first thing I ask them. Like, you see that woman over there? If she came over here right now, I'm like, she'll go to your hotel room. Would you tell her no? Well, you crazy? No, that's the whole point of being here. I'm like, all right, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do, my friend.
Yeah. They don't follow. That's number one. They do not follow women at all.
They don't follow trends.
They don't follow trends. No, these are trailblazers. It's nothing to this is the craziest thing, because I heard you say it too, DL. It's nobody's pushing another person to be a player. It's not, for one, it gotta be in you. That shit gotta be in you. You gotta have a cold heart. You have to have a cold heart to be one of those dudes. One of the things, I don't know if you guys actually know Ice-T, not Ice-T on CI. Is it CIS or not that one?
Not second career Ice-T, first career.
Talking about real ice. You talking about high roller ice. You know what I mean? Speed of life, fast. It's like jumping tightrope. What would you say? Like walking tightrope? No, jumping rope on broken glass.
Yes, sir.
Like, yeah, that Ice-T, y'all know the original Ice. Go ahead, yeah.
The original, the OG for real. Before that, I mean, he done had like 100 lives. Because before he was a player and all of that, that man was, guess what? Special Forces, airborne, air assault, all of that. Then he came back to the life. When he came back to the life, he was something different. He ain't never claimed to be no damn gangster. He never even claimed to really be a pimp. He always said he was associated in the world. But he always tell you, like, I'm a player. And he'll tell you the difference between what a player and a pimp is. Yep. It's a distinction. Big time.
Yeah, look at Mad 4. Wait, for real, yeah, y'all don't know who Ice is, bro. I want to do a show on Ice, and I want to talk about his career and where he is right now, man. Dude, Google this song called High Rollers, Ice-T. High Rollers. Matter of fact, that whole album, the Power album. Look at the artwork on the Power album. Look at the front of the album and then flip it over and look at the back of the album.
Shout out to Darlene Otis.
Darlene
OG Otis.
And Evil E up in that joint. Yo, Ice-T. All the gangsters have been out there, Ice is the one, bro. High Rollers. Watch that video, man. He been talking about this stuff forever. That was back in what? Was that the 80s, late 80s?
Man, it was like mid 80s when he did that. It was mid 80s. And he solidified all around internationally.
International, bro. So everybody talking about OG Snoop, and I ain't taking nothing from Snoop, but Snoop will bow down to Ice like, yo, that's a true G right there.
Snoop would be the first one to tell you. Snoop would be the first one to tell you.
So yeah, Mav 4 and everybody else, listen, y'all youngins out there, man, I'm telling you, check that out. He's like 1988. Yeah, that was it. All his stuff,
it was a documentary too. Remember, what was it? G's Up, Hoes Down, or something like that?
G's Up, Hoes Down.
They got a documentary on it.
So check him out when you want to talk. And even Ice, he'll tell you. Like that dude, if Ice was to come and tell me he was a player, I believe him. With Darlene and like his latest one and all that, you know what? I think I would say Ice is a player. Would you say Ice is a player?
No, Ice is definitely a player. And Darlene has it in her book. The definition of down. She talks about it. She talks about it now. Like she said that was one of the guys that she was in love with. She was in love with that guy. To this day. She'll say it.
That's a player. You know what I mean? I ain't never met a player who had one of his women talking bad about him. Like, that man, he ain't shit. I ain't never heard a true player deal with that ever. That's why I hesitated. In the beginning of the show, I was saying that Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate weren't players, and I stopped myself. Because I'm looking online now, and all these women coming out defending them. They women coming out defending them. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I think they are players. Because we know they was getting the money. We know that they had them women doing what they was doing.
The hearts too, you mean?
Say again?
They had the hearts too. As Brother JT said, it's all about sales, but I would also say that they also had the hearts. They had when you can make it so that you can have a relationship with a woman and she can enjoy her relationship with you and remember you, that in itself is a lot. Because a lot of men aren't memorable.
Facts. Most men are forgettable. Hell, 80% of them are invisible to most women. Right there.
And it's more than just sex. It's way more than sex. It's an experience, man, that where when you find out the psychology of a woman and you got that shit down pat,
there's nothing she wouldn't do for you, bro. Nothing.
Man.
Exactly.
Nothing she wouldn't do for, including breaking laws. I'm talking about felonies. A real player had his girl, the straight-laced chick from the suburbs, carrying his packs. She'll be driving around in her daddy's car with about 4 or 5 birds in the trunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Am I lying? That player. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, you got gangsters out there who have a woman doing the same thing, but he'll lie to her, and she won't know those packs are in the car. Go ahead, Brother Hayoka.
You said to me, have I ever met a player? And I thought about it. You know, one of my friends, even his son, looked at me and said, "We don't leave our girlfriends around my father."
Player.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to a function and his wife was on one hand and his mistress was on the other, sitting right across from each other.
Player. Now, there's a chance that he just have great game, but that sounds like a player to me. That sounds like a player to me.
He's a player.
Hey, he come with his own caution label. Yeah, that's a player.
Yeah,
that's a player. And that was the Brother Doug's point. Like, well, so they can settle down and whatever for a woman. They don't stop. That lifestyle's faux life. They don't stop. Look at Ice right now. Ice making all his bread, but he still got Darlene, who was the finest in the game. Still talking about, I love this man to this day.
Yeah, I mean, his son, Lil Ice. That's his real name, Ice. His real name, Ice. And that boy is out cold, man.
Cold game.
Upstanding young man. He's doing his own thing, man. He's out here. He's getting it. You know what I'm saying? Because he had, even though Ice-T and his mom wasn't together, when he was growing up as a teenager, they always co-parent. I mean, 5150, Darlene talks about it all the time. She don't have any malice against that man at all, no matter what it is that's going on. She don't. And one of the reasons is because not only did he make sure she was straight, but he made sure that she wasn't disrespected. He never, you know what I'm saying, had her looking crazy out here. Now, in his younger years, like I said, you get that book, The Definition of Down, when she talks about it, before he was even at player status, it was a lot of times where he didn't have no money. He just had game.
But you could trust his word.
You could trust his word. He was definitely solidified. I've never heard anybody say anything against Ice that actually was right there when he was there. He was the first rapper that had a house on the Hollywood Hills.
Damn, that's fucking true. Oh shit.
He was the first one that did it.
Yep.
Big old shark tanks and all of that stuff.
I swear it was somebody else. Yeah, it was him. Damn.
Yeah.
Ice wasn't no joke. Like Freeway Ricky, all them dudes, they all knew Ice. All that was going on in the streets, dudes doing Hollywood, this and that, still knew what time it was. People still checking in, man. That's Ice to this day.
Yeah.
True player, man. So let's go ahead and wrap this up.
60 years old. It's over 60.
Gangster. So we gonna go to final thoughts. Final thoughts. Well, Brother Hayoko, we're gonna start with you since we already got you in the number one slot.
I think the difference between having game is that you might have one aspect of game, and being a player is you've studied people enough so that you can understand multiple aspects of being a player of the game. I would say that the look, the social skills, the confidence, the trust that you can engender in people will allow you to do whatever you want with them to some degree. If they can trust you, then what happens is they'll work with you whichever way you want to go. And women more so, because especially if you know how to sell it, there's nothing like it. And I guess that's the end of what I got to say.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you being here, man. This is when we normally say this is where you plug stuff, but where to find you, y'all can find Brother Hayoko right here. Hey, bro, I have not forgotten. Keep sending me the stuff. I definitely want to do the deep fake show, bro. Let's try to get it done next week if we can. I will talk about it offline. Thanks again for being here. Peace. And final thoughts, Brother Tarus. A calm Brother Tarus today. I was like, oh shit, I had to turn my volume down. I'm like, Tarus, he about to start screaming and doing push-ups.
That's my sparring partner right there.
Right there, bro. We say that for later tonight. I'm sure we're going to see that later tonight. Everybody come over to my platform and calm the hell down. I don't know why everybody come over here and act right. Which I appreciate. Brother Tarus, my brother, final thoughts.
Once again, thanks for inviting me on your platform, DL. JT, good to see you as always, sir.
Absolutely.
This kind of conversations are cool because I don't have a problem with players. No. There's nothing inherently wrong. Players been around since recorded history. I think all you guys would agree. They've been a thing since recorded history, since human beings were humans. Just like we say, unfortunately, the oldest profession in the world is what? Prostitution.
304.
Right? It's always been a thing. So I don't have a problem with people that operate like that. What I would like, though, is some of my average guys, again, as JT coined it now, player inspired. Some of you guys need to look at some people and get some player inspiration because you desperately need something. Because DL, I think DL was a player and he's just trying to be really modest about it. You know what I mean? I think JT got some baggage back in the day. They see he's a changed man now, but yeah. These guys, though, you get confidence like that, guys, and you'll be able to control yourself because I guarantee you, JT and DL have been able to tell an attractive woman no. That's the difference between a guy who knows he got game or player inspired and a guy who's just average. Those are my final thoughts. That's
what's up. What can people find you, bro?
Man, they can find me right here. They can find me on JT's podcast, Sometimes What We Know. Y'all can find me on Black Man Unfiltered, and y'all can find me screaming at the Call of Duty sticks and shit like that.
That's what's up, man. Thank you so much, bro. You always welcome here. You always got a space. Go Cavs, bro. Go Cavs. Peace. Brother JT, final thoughts.
Yes, sir. I learned early in life that I couldn't stomach the player lifestyle if I ever pursued it. 16, 17, I thought I wanted to inspire, but nope, I stayed a square. I like being a square. You dig? I like having that one woman. And it took for me to be like Tarus was saying, I had to get out there in the mud at first. I had to find out what it was that I wanted. I have no desire, and I haven't had the desire to be a player since probably I was 20 years old. I done read all the books. I read The Pimp Game and all of that. I would rather be a player in this life, this thing we call life, than to be out here trying to be a manipulator. It's nothing I want. I can't stomach it. My heart ain't that cold. You dig? But if you can do it, hey man, all powers to you. You dig? It's nothing. I like this show, man. I like this conversation that you had, bro, because it's not glorifying it, but it's not downing it either. It's just telling you what it is. And, I like it, man. I like it. I like these type of conversations, bro. It is what it is. But I had to get on here, man, to actually to solidify what you was just saying. It ain't a lot of them dudes out here. I had the privilege, a couple of times in my life to actually see a guy that actually had that in him. And I said, nah, he out cold with this right here. I would never want that lifestyle. I can't stomach it, So that's my final thought, man.
That's it. Where can they find you, brother?
On What We Know podcast with me and my boy Rob, talking that talk. Black Man Unfiltered, we all be on there, forming it up like Voltron. And you can also absolutely find me here on my man DL Saint. I Really Want to Know podcast. Dope. And we did not, What We Know, I Really Want to Know, me and DL didn't even know each other. It just happened to be that way. And they both have significant meanings. We'll talk about that later in life. But that's my final thought, bro. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate that, man. OG's checking in. I love it, man. I'm going to holler at you later on, bro. Yo, I was really excited to do this. Now y'all see why I was saying yesterday that I had to be in the right mindset to have this conversation. This is a great conversation. I hope you guys, you old guys and young guys alike, I hope that you guys were able to pick up on what we were selling here today. You know what I mean? Go over to Dose of Game for sure and check out that brother's page. Like and subscribe over there. You know what I mean? And if some of y'all even take his course, that Player University course, let me know what it's about. But I have yet to see a video on there that I really don't understand or truly agree. Like, he's really spitting player fire. You know what I mean? I'm going to catch up with the chats and then we out of here. I had a couple. I had Brother Mike in here. And thank you so much for Get 1K. We going for the top 100K subs by the end of the year. Thank you, brother. That would be amazing if we did that, but we just going to keep working. You know what I mean? Back in March, MTR had 16,000 subscribers. He almost had 600K. Sky's the limit. Thank you, brother. And you know what? With a team like the team we got over here with the Joes, with my day ones, I think we can get there. I ain't gonna lie, man. We gonna get where we get, and we gonna continue to drop this knowledge and just we gonna spread the word and we gonna learn, man. I really want to know, and that's what this is all about, man. So we got to talk about something good tonight. Mad 4 was like, for real, we was talking about that. Hit the damn like button. Mad 4. Geez, that's what I mean. It sounds like players have game, and those that master the game are players. Again, brother, I'm gonna challenge you to dig even deeper. Think on it even deeper. That player life is completely separate than any game you might be thinking of, right? Because a player, he's not running game. He's about that lifestyle. And it's not about body count with players. Think of a player, like I said, like a spy master. He looks at women as assets. If she's either an asset or she is gone, he will cut her loose in a heartbeat. And it's all about them. The manipulation, the selfishness, and all that. Players don't have a heart. That's what Brother JT was trying to tell you. It's a cold game. You know what I mean? You got to be cold with it. And like the Tate brothers, players are gentlemen to the highest, man. They are charming, all that, intellectual, everything you could think of, in shape. You know what I mean? They did stuff, all that. So when you look at what the Tates are facing right now, they haven't broken any laws. They haven't done anything wrong. It's just a matter of time before they get out of the situation they in, and it is what it is. They didn't, you know what I mean? They cold with it. The women who came forward and said what they had to say, I guarantee you somebody paid them to say it. Because now they real women are coming forth. Women that they used to be with. Women that they work with. And y'all saying the same thing. Not these guys. They cold with it. So you know what? The Tate brothers might have to be. The Tate brothers, I do believe, are players. I'm going to follow that up with a show. But that's what I'm saying, man. It's more than just game. I got game. I got top tier game. But I am nowhere near a player, my young brother. So I would challenge you to think on that just a little bit more. Casual Germs in the house. What's good, fam? Good to see you. Let me give you a horn shot, bro. One of my favorite Marines. He's like, wait, a son said don't leave your girlfriend around their dad, down their dad? That's a terrible father. Hey, bro, like I said, man, players are cold with it. They're a different breed. And yes, I agree with you. That would be a terrible father. If I can't trust my daughter around you, you gonna smash my daughter? Players do that. He's like, I'm hoping I heard it wrong. You heard it right, bro. Players are like that. That's why I was saying, man, I don't know any players that have ever been married. You don't stop. That lifestyle doesn't end with a vow. It doesn't. Players are players for life. You look at someone like, shout out to Ice-T. You know what I mean? Just catching up on the chats. Salute to everybody in here. Thanks, y'all, for coming out. Thank you guys for getting me monetized. We're monetized, y'all. Thank you so much for the super chats tonight. Thank y'all so much, man. Yeah, my day ones, I'm telling you, I'm not going to forget this. I'm working on something right now for day ones. Y'all know who y'all are. I'm working on something right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working on merch. Y'all know the mission was to get monetized. We're monetized now. Now it's time to go into our secondary mission. So I'm getting merch. We're gonna switch up. We're gonna update the platform. We're gonna start adding things, making it look better. We're gonna be switching up the content a little bit. We're gonna be doing different forms of content. We about to make this happen, y'all. We're gonna push hard. I'm gonna show y'all how the airborne do it, right? And part of the second phase is merchandise, right? So all my day ones, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm making special merch for y'all that says day one. You guys will be the only ones that'll have it. It'll be just that batch. It'll say day ones, and I'm gonna send this stuff to you. I'd rather give it to you in person, but if I can't send you in person, I'm gonna send it to you. It's gonna be like a hat or a t-shirt or whatever merch it is, and it's gonna say day one. It's the only time I'm gonna do it with the merch, right? And you guys I'm giving this to you. Y'all earned it. It's not something like, my day ones have earned it. Y'all stuff is gonna say day one. Everything else, you're gonna notice it. You see somebody else with a t-shirt or a hat or whatever, it's not gonna say day one. People gonna ask you, like, how you get that day one? You can't. You had to be one to get one. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for rocking out with me. It's coming. It's coming. Thanks to Brother Heroka for coming up. You know, I appreciate that, always coming in and giving us the scientific, you know what I mean, side of things. I love having a brother on the platform. I love when he comes up because he breaks down the science behind it. Thanks to Brother Tarus for coming up. Brother JT for coming up. You know what I mean? So we get, you know what I mean, 3 Midwest dudes making that happen. You know what I mean? Win. This Sister Ken's like, win, Brother DL. Thank you so much, sis. I love you. I really do. It was a great panel today. It was a great show. It's one of our best shows, y'all. Hopefully one of these shows is going to get caught up in the algorithm. It's going to get pushed, and we're going to start making some noise, y'all. We're going to start reaching out, y'all. I'm already reaching out to Valuetainment. Hopefully soon I'll be over there. That's like they're on my list. You know what I mean? Try to hit up Valuetainment. They are on my list. So phase 2 is we are going on. Like I said, time to push on to our secondary mission, phase 2. You know what I mean? Brother Dusto, what about day 2s? Hey, I'm sorry. Day 2s don't get no shirt. It's all day 1s. Don't worry, brother Dusto. We know each other in real life, man. I'm giving you a day 1 hat because we be up in the South spot making it happen. You know what I mean? Casual Germ, you a day 1, bro. You ain't got about shit. You ain't got about shit. I'll give you the first one. You can buy the rest. You know what I mean? That's that player game. You know what it is. That's that street game. That's that hustle. First one's free, y'all. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? So thank y'all so much for rocking out with me, man. This was a great show. We're gonna do a little politics tomorrow, man. We're gonna do some Brother Steven, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I haven't Brother JT is gonna show me how to show the super chats on the screen. So but thank you for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, bro. I don't want to say your government name, but you know who you are. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, bro. But tomorrow we're gonna talk some politics tomorrow, y'all. In the news a few days back, man, there was a 6-year-old who shot a teacher. A 6-year-old kid shot the teacher. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow, y'all. It's gonna, you know what I mean? So look for that thumbnail. We gonna get on that. Oh man, but this was a great show, man. Player versus having game. I hope you guys learned from it. I know I did. Thank y'all so much for being with me. I'm DL Saint. This is DL Saint. I Really Want to Know podcast. But I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.